Hey guys, good morning. So it's Sunday, August 26th, and I am out here with this wonderful family in Joplin, Missouri. The sky, let me show you the sky right now. The sun's coming up. Imagine east. The sun comes up. Very pretty. One of the coolest dogs I've ever seen. Can I get him in there? There's Kaufman. He's a breed I never heard about called a McNab. Most athletic dogs I've ever seen ever. He's funny as heck. I made him a promise to come out and play with him on the back deck this morning because he has energy like I've never seen. So anyway, it's a beautiful Sunday morning here in Joplin. And a lot to tell you about last night, a lot to tell you about today. Funny how things work out, how people, I guess, you know, God's making this trip work out for me or something. Anyway, so yesterday was Sunday, and it was a little bit of a rough day for me. And I'm sorry, yesterday was Saturday the 25th. It was a little bit of a rough day for me because it was my daughter's birthday. And it was the first real day, I guess probably the second real day of any substance I've missed. I missed their first day of school as well. But yes, it was a little bit hard for me in the morning. But, and my sister, Jesus, God Lord. In my daughter's fashion, she had a sleepover Friday night, got up very late, so by the time she was even awake to talk to me was until 11, 12 o'clock. But I spoke to her several times, wished her happy birthday, spoke to my son yesterday. It was a good day. I got into Joplin, Missouri, and then the town was much, much bigger than I had anticipated, but I headed to a market. It was closing shortly after I got there. But I know when I went to St. Clair and I met Chief and John in St. Clair, that it was at this flea market, and I met some really great people there. So I thought, what a better way to meet some of the local folks shopping as well as vending. So I got a chance to meet some people and have them talk to me a little about Joplin and tell them why I was in town and what their recollection was of 7, 8 years ago. Not long thereafter, Josh and his 2 little girls came and picked me up to bring me back to their home for the evening. But before we did, drove me all around town, showed me a lot of where the tornado had hit down here and just destruction, including his own home. I shared a bunch of pictures like that, and here comes one of my buddies right now. Here she comes. And I'll tell you about that in a little bit. So, baby, how are you doing?
What are you talking about?
I'm talking to the camera right here. I do a video every day. So, can you get the ball so we can play with Kaufman? Where does the ball go, babe? Is it behind us? Usually drops it on the deck. There it is, back here. Let me get the ball. Yeah, let me get this ball and throw it for Kaufman because he's one of the fastest dogs. Let me flip this around here. How do I flip this around? There's a flip button somewhere around here. Anyway, well, hold on. Let me try to throw this here. Ready, Kaufman? Here you go, baby. Go. And there he goes.
Do you wear that shirt all day?
I have a lot of these. I do wear this shirt all day, pretty much, honey. Hang on, Kaufman.
Do you wash it?
I do wash it, honey. I have like 5 of them that I have. So I have a whole bunch of them, and then I wash it. It's not the same one. So I'm not that dirty all the time. Okay? So I do change it, so I'm not dirty, smelly. This is a new one. I have the other ones in my bag that I'm going to do the wash today, okay? Okay, can we get the ball for Kaufman? Can I have the ball for Kaufman? Thank you, babe. You going to throw it? You want to throw it or you want me to throw it? Okay, so ready, Kaufman? Here you go, baby. All right, guys. Back to you. Come on, Kaufman. I'm saying I'm smart. You're wearing the balls 30 feet over your head. Anyway, I'm sorry. The young lady came out. So, I got around town with the 2 girls, and it's back that way, Kaufman. Anyway, I'm sorry, guys. So I'm deleting this video. I don't know. So Josh showed me around town his campus that he works at and everything like that.
Is that you?
That's me right there. Yes, honey.
Why are you talking then?
Because I have a bunch of people that tune in and follow what I'm saying. So I talk on the camera to let people know how I'm doing. I tell them all about you. Last night, did I read you a story? What story did I read you?
Ariel.
Ariel and the Little Mermaid? I was going to tell him about that. Isn't that kind of neat? Oh, baby, can you go down and get Kaufman's ball way back there? He didn't see it. He's going to wake up the neighbors barking. See it down there? Okay, well, go get that for Kaufman and I'll finish up over here, okay? You see the ball down there, babe? Oh, do you don't have your shoes on? You have your slippers up here? All right. Oh, well, you go inside, get your shoes, and then we'll go get the ball for Kaufman, okay, babe? And I'll finish this up. Okay? Thank you, honey. So anyway, I apologize. I don't apologize because that's what life's all about. Oh, Kaufman got it. We're good. So we came back here, and I met Josh's wife Bethany, and terrific folks, and went out and played with Kaufman, who's full of energy. The little girls, Leah and Elmsley, and just a great family. And had dinner, and I was a little bit out of it yesterday. I took a muscle relaxer in the morning. Sometimes they put me in a little bit of a coma. Sometimes they don't do much at all. Well, yesterday was kind of knocking me out, so I was a little groggy, and I was a little bit sore yesterday. And then they were going to the college where Josh went. I want to say the college's name, but I forgot it, so I apologize. I'll get it right for later. So we come here, drop it. So they left, and I wasn't feeling real well. So I went upstairs and unpacked, took a shower, and lastly came out. And I'm sitting on the deck. I was sitting on playing with Kaufman, who will play all day and all night, literally. But and I feel bad because yesterday I think he had found himself a little frog out in the grass and was picking it up and tossing it, and I didn't realize what he was doing. I just thought he found a toy, and I just thought he was throwing his toy back and forth. So I don't think the fate of that little tiny frog or toad ended up very well. Sorry for getting you guys dizzy today. But anyway, so about an hour, it was getting late, 7:30, 8 o'clock. The family came back home, and we sat inside a little bit, and the girls were getting ready for bed. And it was very cute because, remember, so like a lot of parents, my kid's my whole world. And the hardest thing about being on this journey has been being away from my kids. And in particular, with yesterday being my daughter's birthday, it was a little bit harder. So, funny how things work out. Malia, I don't know if it's because I was in the house, I don't know if it's a normal routine, but she kept coming downstairs, finding a reason to come downstairs instead of going to sleep. And finally she said, "Can you read me this story?" And she pulled out the book, The Little Mermaid. So she sat there and I read The Little Mermaid to her, which was a lot of fun for me. So finally she went to bed, and I was pretty wiped, but as usual, not as usual, but as I'm known to do, once I start talking, it's hard to shut me up. So we started talking. We're going to church today, and I was telling him about church Friday night back in Springfield. Excuse me. And that led to some of my other discussions with John and Chief a couple weekends ago, and different thoughts I had and the way I see things. Kaufman's right there, baby. And how I see things. And then I started to share a few stories of the journey, and some of the neater things that have happened, some of the neater people I've met, and how it came out to be. Went up to bed, and if I get up, I promised Kaufman this wouldn't keep playing, so I promised him I'd be up early this morning, out in the back here playing with him, because he just has energy like I've never seen before. Went up to bed, fell asleep. Was watching something on Netflix on my phone. Bert Kreischer, who is a comedian, that is funny as heck. But anyway, fell asleep at 11:30 exactly. At 11:30, upstairs, I think in the home, the girls' bedrooms were on the sides. I was in the middle, and Elmsley woke up crying hysterically. So I jumped up. I didn't want to wake anybody up. So I woke up after she was okay and picked her up and waiting for her. She was crying for her mom. So Bethany came and got her, ran upstairs. But I just realized, I looked at the time specifically, because to those of you that know me, to those of you that don't know me, know that I relate and follow one particular musician named Phil Vassar. His songs, his words, kind of like my life. Just hits me. I listen to them every day. Hits me deep. But the song I've been listening to, singing to my kids, Just Another Day in Paradise, has a line where somebody had a bad dream, and then Mama and Dad, but I won't sing anymore. But this immediately took me to that part of the song and reminded me of that, singing to my kids and having my own kids come and waking me up in the middle of the night. And so here on a day when I was missing my daughter, an opportunity to meet two fantastic little young ladies, read a book to them, and then one woke up, when Elmsley woke up, just reminded me of the Phil Vassar song. So I went and put Phil back on, and went back to sleep to Phil. Woke up, made sure I was good on my promise here to this little fella. He was a great dog, full of energy. And as you heard, this Malaya came out and was talking to me. One of the things I find interesting, not interesting, but it's a way of life. So if you guys can see, I'm going to turn the camera around here. See that where the dog is standing on top of right now? You know what that is, guys? That is, I don't know what you exactly call it, a storm shelter. And I mean, if you're a young dad and you survived the tornado of Joplin, Missouri, can't really blame anybody for having that put in a new house or buying a home at one of those. And again, that's something that on the East Coast we deal with our own issues, hurricanes and things like that. But we don't. That's not a way of life for us. We don't have to talk to our kids about having a storm shelter and what to do when a warning hits. And just kind of find it fascinating that how in different parts of the country, different parts of the world, what is accepted as a way of life doesn't even impact or affect other people. So anyway, yesterday was just very special for me because I got into a town that I had been looking forward to. I'm going to be going to church today and meeting a lot of these folks. I'm looking forward to that. I met an amazing family. I'm set for tonight. I'll be on my way out of Joplin tomorrow, heading towards Kansas and then into Oklahoma. I kind of have a route set up that I'll be posting later on for you folks, so hopefully we can continue to get ahead of ourselves with small papers. Maybe radio is a way to contact folks if there's anything in a town, although the small towns don't really have the radio stations. Usually that's in the bigger cities like Tulsa I'll be heading to. I should be in Tulsa about this time next week, as well as the news media, and I think as I mentioned yesterday, today at 12 o'clock in Cunningham Park down here in Joplin, the local Fox News group had been contacted and reached me and asked me if they could do an interview. So I'm going to be heading down to Cunningham Park here in Joplin. So if anybody is listening from the Joplin area and wants to come out and say hello, please feel free to. I'll answer any questions anybody has. I'd love to get to know about you guys and your stories. That's what this journey is about for me. I want to be able to share this stuff with my kids and the book and anybody that wants to hear just about, our fellow humans, our fellow Americans across the way. Speaking of fellow Americans, rest in peace, John McCain. A big part of this journey for me is trying to raise some money for the disabled American veterans. Certainly recognize vets for their service. You may not agree with politics, but this isn't about politics. It's about a great American that served his country in many, many ways, and made the courageous move to take himself off of the medication and the systems that were keeping him alive, and he passed rather suddenly. So John McCain, to his family, my condolences on behalf of me and my family. Like I said, it was I got here, wasn't a lot of hours last night, but in those little few hours was some really special moments for me, specifically, selfishly. Great family, and we'll see what today holds out. So I love you guys. Kira, Landon, Grace, I love you so much. Happy day after your birthday, Kira. I'll be in touch with you guys later after church. I'm going to have a little time between church and a meeting with Fox News, so I'll give you guys a call then. And I don't have anything planned into the evening. I'm all squared away. I do have, I think, a fantasy football draft later today. Oh, one more last thing. College football season has started with kickoff last night, so it's time that you guys all wrap your arms around. No, you're fine. All wrap your arms around the fact that in the college football championship game this year, expect to see the Virginia Tech Hokies versus my Navy midshipmen. I think it'll happen. You just got to believe. So let's go Virginia Tech. Let's go Navy. The heck with all the typical Bama's, Clemson's, Ohio State's. Let's realize they're not going to get it done this year. So love you guys. Have a great day. I'll talk to you soon.